In 1776, the United States declared independence with bold words and fragile hope. The Declaration of Independence announced to the world that 13 colonies were breaking away from the British Empire. But declaring independence was far easier than surviving it. In its first year, the new nation came dangerously close to collapse. When the war began, America was unprepared. The Continental Army was poorly trained, badly supplied, and dangerously outmatched by Britain's professional forces. British troops were experienced veterans, supported by the most powerful navy in the world. The American Army, by contrast, was made up largely of farmers and laborers who enlisted for short terms and often lacked weapons, uniforms, and discipline. The danger became clear in the summer of 1776. General George Washington led his army to defend New York City, a critical strategic target. What followed was a disaster. British forces launched a massive invasion, defeating Washington at the Battle of Long Island. American troops fled in panic, and New York fell to the British. Washington barely managed to evacuate his army across the East River under cover of darkness. Had the British moved faster, the rebellion might have ended right there. As the year wore on, the situation worsened. American forces suffered repeated defeats and morale collapsed. Soldiers deserted in large numbers. Many enlistments were set to expire at the end of the year, threatening to leave Washington with no army at all. Supplies were scarce, pay was irregular, and hunger was constant. Public support for the revolution began to waver. Loyalists openly sided with Britain, while others simply wanted peace at any cost. British leaders believed the rebellion was on the verge of failure. They issued offers of pardon to those who would swear loyalty to the king, confident that resistance would crumble. By December 1776, Washington's army retreated across New Jersey into Pennsylvania. The situation was so bleak that Thomas Paine wrote The American Crisis, warning that these are the times that try men's souls. Many believed the revolution would not survive the winter. But at the moment of greatest danger, Washington took a desperate gamble. On the night of December 25, 1776, he led his exhausted army across the icy Delaware River. Battling snow, wind, and freezing temperatures, American troops marched toward the town of Trenton, where Hessian soldiers, German mercenaries fighting for Britain, were stationed. At dawn, Washington attacked. The victory at Trenton was small in scale, but enormous in impact. The Americans captured nearly 1,000 Hessian troops with minimal losses. Days later, Washington struck again at Princeton, defeating British forces and forcing them to retreat from much of New Jersey. These victories revived American morale and restored faith in the cause. The first year of independence ended not in triumph, but in survival. America had avoided collapse by the narrowest of margins. The army remained intact. Hope returned. Foreign powers, especially France, began to reconsider their doubts about the American cause. Yet the crisis of 1776 revealed a crucial truth. The American Revolution was not inevitable. It could have failed at multiple points. Victory was not guaranteed by ideals alone, but by leadership, sacrifice, and moments of sheer determination. In its first year, America stood on the edge of failure. That it survived was not a miracle, it was a choice, made in the darkest hour, to keep fighting when surrender seemed easier. History remembers independence, but survival came first.